Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Play, and PlayStation State of Play just finished about 10 minutes ago as of this recording, and all in all, I thought it was a bit, whatever, with like one really big thing, and that was a new trailer for the Final Fantasy 16, something I am very much looking forward to. I think it's looking great. We got kaijus fighting, basically, even though, there's a bit more to it than that. But I figured what we'll do is we'll just quickly go over it with a basic recap. So the first thing they started with was a new trailer for Resident Evil 4 being remastered yet again, because Resident Evil 4 remastering is up there with Skyrim remastering these days. But graphics-wise, I gotta admit, it did look pretty cool, and they're also gonna be doing it in VR as well. But speaking of Resident Evil and VR, they announced that Resident Evil Village will be launching in VR as well, and of everything they could possibly have shown, they chose to use most of their marketing for this with the tall vampire lady. Her name mistakes me. I was pretty upset when I had to kill her in the game. Now, I'm sure absolutely no one is going to use VR with this scene to do anything inappropriate. No one at all will do that. But yeah, it did look pretty cool as well, but I think they knew exactly how they were marketing, and it worked pretty well. Continuing the horror vibe, they showed off a new Walking Dead game, still in VR. Looked kind of whatever to me. One thing that looked really cool in VR though was No Man's Sky. Now, I remember when this game dropped, it was called One Man's Lie. I've never played No Man's Sky. I have no interest in it. But I gotta respect the way this game was able to make a comeback after the shit show way that it launched. But it looked pretty cool in VR, flying in space and all that type of stuff looked interesting. Continuing with the VR, next up, they had a new Horizon game. Now, this one was called Horizon Call of the Mountain, I believed, and it looked okay, I guess. I think the idea of doing Horizon in VR, cool, whatever. I haven't played the latest Horizon game. I don't think my PlayStation 4 will be able to handle it, unfortunately. But is what it is. Now, coming up next was some actually really big news, and that is that Spider-Man, the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man, is going to be going to PC on August 12th. I really liked this game. I never bothered with the Miles Morales DLC, but the Spider-Man game I really liked. In fact, I'm pretty tempted to pick this one up on PC to play through it again. I cannot wait to see what modders do with this game. We're finally going to get Black Suit Spider-Man. That should be really cool, and who knows what other modders might do with certain characters like Black Cat, but we'll have to see how that goes. Next was an indie game called Stray. Now, this looked kind of boring to me, to be honest. It's set in a world where there's no humans left. There's just robots and one cat, and you play as the cat. Didn't really do it for me. But what did look pretty cool was what came after, and that's the Callisto Project. Now, this is being made by the old Dead Space developers, and it looks very similar, very horror, sci-fi. Some of the monsters that they showed looked pretty freaky. This one definitely piqued my interest, and it was a pretty cool little reveal not a reveal, but showcase that they did. And then they dropped it right after that with whatever the fuck this trash was. First look at Roller Dome. I'm still not exactly sure what this is. Is this like a BR, but you roller skate or some shit? I don't know. It looked kind of meh to me. Now, I'm a weeb. Alright, we all know that. And next up, we had a game, I believe this is pronounced Ether Knights, and this looked freaking bizarre even to me. So it's like a fighting fantasy, weeb style game. That's also half dating simulator. I'm going to pass on that one. Looked a bit bizarro. Now, Street Fighter 6. We knew this game was coming, but this looked... See, when they first showed this, I couldn't even tell this was Street Fighter, because it looks like it has like an open world element to it, or an adventure mode or something like that. It's focused a little bit on the character walking around. I don't know if you create your own character or something like that. And then to me, it didn't become obvious that it was Street Fighter until they showed Chun-Li. Of course, they had to show Chun-Li for it to be Street Fighter. And yeah, she looking thick. She looking pretty thick, so that's definitely a positive. The fighting looks great. I'm a big fan of fighting games. I really need to pick up more fighting games. I'll probably get around to Street Fighter 6. And then we had an indie game, Tunic. It kind of looked like a furry knockoff of Legend of Zelda. Pretty meh. Whatever. And what was next? Finally. Oh, wait, no. Before that, there was some really cringe, stupid thing. I don't know how the fuck this trash even made it on there. What's this crap called? A letter to future. Okay, that was dumb. This whole thing was fucking dumb. No one liked that. And then they ended it with the big one. The new Final Fantasy 16 trailer. And my god, does it look fucking awesome. I really wish there was a little bit more gameplay. They did show some, gameplay. They showed actually a bit more than what I thought they would, but man, does this game look really fucking badass. I cannot wait to pick up this game. Unfortunately, because I do not own a PlayStation 5, I might have to wait for the PC launch unless I can somehow find a PS5 out in the wild, but man, this game looks fucking awesome. And then on top of that, we found out that it's going to be launching summer next year. Now, that's American summer, of course. All in all, a pretty average, at best, state of play with the big Final Fantasy trailer. I think that the Spider-Man news is big news as well, but for me, it was all about the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. Average state of play, fucking amazing trailer for this game. So, did you guys check out State of Play? Will you be picking up any of these games? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Play and check out geeksandgamers.com, and I'll see you all in the next video.